Well, Pie's dad went out hunting last night and got some eels. He basically went out and set a few traps. The traps that he used for catching shrimping. And yeah, they're pretty good. They're a good size. Yeah, they are a nice size. Look at that. Yeah, it's a bad boy, isn't it? Slippery devils, aren't he? Yeah, look at him. Wow. Dinner. That's on the menu tonight. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, I love eels. I like them jellied as well, you know. Well, I'm a London boy, so nothing like jellied eels with mashed potato. Lovely. These are the traps that he used. Again, he used these for catching the shrimping as well. Really handy things these are. And they're just about to cook the sticky rice, so he's got his fire going. There's news in the village that 2 people have just been diagnosed with dengue fever. Yeah, it's not pleasant, but neither is malaria either, but dengue, oh, what a horrible thing that is. You know, you can't really stop it. I mean, mosquitoes are just one of those things where they're prevalent up here and across Thailand. They're just horrible things. They bite you all the time. I continuously get bitten, especially when I'm sitting there on the computer editing. I thought about putting a net around the computer area, so I might have to do that. Right now I'm upstairs burning coils just to try and keep them away, but they're just horrible things. First job this morning is to head on to the fish supplier and go and get some more food. Yeah. And today is the day that the fish wholesaler is supposed to be turning up. I'm not going to hold my breath. If I had $10 for every time this fish wholesaler said he was going to turn up and didn't, I'd have quite a few bucks in the bank by now. Yeah, no, it is frustrating, but there's nothing I can do about it. And of course, really, there's nothing much Mum and Dad can do about it. I did actually say to them, look, you know, why don't we just catch a load and take it to the local market? But unfortunately, that's not such a good idea because it could mean stepping on the toes of other traders and, you know, it could cause a conflict. So for now, we'll just have to play this by ear and see how it works out. I'll find out by the end of the day whether he turns up or not. The other thing that's happening today, or supposed to be happening today, is the government officials turning up to look at the cow shed that Dad built. They'll then determine whether we can have any cows or not. Again, I'm not holding my breath that they'll turn up either. Well, that's another load of fish food bought, so job done. Right, time to head out. Other things to do, busy today. Loads going on. Well, I'm in the Bansell hardware store and I'm looking for a very specific item. I'm looking for a furry paint roller. Why? Well, this one is thanks to one of our subscribers, Ben. Now, what he suggested was that instead of trying to find a dead cat, which is pretty hard to find, why not use a paint roller, a furry one? Just strip it down, wrap it around the mic, and that will cut down the wind noise. Yeah, it was actually a very good idea. Cheers, Ben. I've come across a couple here. The only problem is, how am I going to take the furry bit off the plastic bit? There'll be a way. There'll be a way, so I'm going to buy one of these and just give it a go. Pie's just also picking up a couple of bits and pieces for the frog farm as well. So I need some water sealant and a couple of end caps for the drain pipe. I also found some double-sided sticky tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify my motorcycle helmet to put some foam in the front as well. So anything to help cut down the wind noise. I'll see how today pans out. It should be pretty good. You need water sealant. Water sealant? Yeah. It's like paint. You put it on concrete and it seals it so the water can't go through. Sometimes it's not always easy to find what you actually want in the hardware stores. This is actually a really good hardware store, but they don't have any water sealant. So not sure what I'm going to do now with that one. Yeah, got the concrete up. We've rendered the walls, but now we can't find any sealant. What can I say? It ain't B&Q. That's the thing about us in the West Sea, we get spoilt with all this stuff. It's, you know, it's just easy to find. But of course out here, not always. They seem to have lots of stuff, but not what I'm looking for. I think what I might have to do is go back to the house, have a look on the internet and see what else I can find. Well, we managed to get a couple of bits for the frog farm, but not the sealant, so we'll have to keep hunting for that. I bought some bits and pieces for the dead cat idea though, so cheers Ben, I'll give it a go and see what happens. It's all trial and error, isn't it? A bit like life. Looks like we're going to get a huge amount of rain today. Right, but time to get back home and get on the farm, I suppose. Now I'm sure you remember just the other day that Shell came to the farm and had a look around. And what I forgot is that he bought Fam a gift, and I meant to show you guys, and just check this out. It's really very cool. First of all, we got this really good knife and it locks. And Fam was cutting up some wood and stuff at the weekend with this. Really, really cool piece of kit. And the other thing he gave him was this. So you've got like this hammer and everything else inside. Let me show you. So you've got like I guess like a nutcracker there, and then a hammer, and then a little axe. Pretty sharp. And then inside here, it's like a Swiss Army knife. You've got all these tools. How cool is that? Now Fam is exactly like his mum, just loves to make stuff, build stuff, do stuff. So this was the perfect gift he could possibly get, and he absolutely loves it. Thank you, Shell. Really very, very cool. As you know, yesterday we caught a pretty large fish, and I had fish and chips last night. Absolutely lovely. A lot of you guys have been crying out for Pie to do some more cooking, so we're going to work on a cooking video as well. But it's coming, I promise. It's just been so busy on the farm. Today we're going to finish off rendering the last wall of the frog pen. I think I'll have to go into Chengxin town and find the water sealant there for the concrete. So yeah, another trip out there. Not that I mind, I can always pop into my noodle shop while I'm there. So quite a bit going on, so I best go and get on with it. Get that wall rendered and yeah, finish that job off. We got the pipe for the drainage as well, and the caps, so that'll seal that. And then it's just a case of, like I said, finishing it off, sealing it, and then start building the habitat within it. It should work out really nice. And of course, as you see yesterday with all those little frogs at the market, you won't have any problems buying frogs. So yeah, looking forward to seeing that pen all full up with frogs now. Well guys, that's the other wall rendered, and the drainage pipes are in. You could say that completes stage 2 of the project. So the walls are rendered and the drainage pipes that are in place. Just a case of letting this go off now, and then trying to find some sealant. I'm going to try another store later today, and if that doesn't pan out, then I'll go into Chengxin town and have a look. So it's just a case of sealing it, letting the sealant dry, and then filling it with water and testing it. Again, it doesn't really need to be overly watertight, but just enough to retain a sufficient amount of water for the frogs. And then it's just a case of building the habitat. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm quite pleased with it. Well, I was going to do a bit of fishing, and the heavens just opened. It's only a shower though. Looks like there's loads of rain over there though. Good for the pond though, it'll oxygenate it. Well, Pie and I won't be going anywhere for a while, otherwise we'll get soaked on the motorbike, or the scooter rather. Yep, so we're going to stay here and take refuge. And Pie's just cutting up a pineapple. How nice is that? Yummy. Well, Pine did a bit of fishing because Mum and Dad fancy a bit of fish tonight, so we just caught another one, and it looks a lot bigger than the 700-gram one that we caught yesterday, so we're just about to find out. Oh, that does look bigger though. Yeah, that's much bigger, I'm sure of it. And it tips the scales at 810 grams. That is what you call a nice looking fish. Dinner, yeah. Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Well, that's about all from Pi and I today. We've got to get on, got to get back to see Fam, and he'll want feeding. Kids, eh? Feeding. What's that about? Anyway, he'll be hungry. Whatever you do, have a fantastic day and stay safe. And please don't forget, subscribe, share and like. It does make a huge difference to our channel. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now, guys.